Alrighty, let's get into Noel, Kelvin, and Dalen and Keisha. The story of David and how Kelvin is messing with his homeboy's wife, girl, I should say. Even though he has a girl of his own. Don't this sound like the story of David? It sounds like the story of David to me. David wanted Bathsheba so bad he was willing to get rid of the soldiers so he could have his wife. Don't this sound like that story? Only difference is you got a woman that also she messed with. So this is going to be very interesting. This birthday party going to be epic. I'm hoping, just like Natasha, and the way that ended, that this ends at that birthday party. I'm hoping that Keisha come in and she catch them. I hope somebody catch them. Because the fact that you, Noel, you sitting up here got both of these men. You're going to lose Dalen. Them two going to end up being together. It ain't going to make a difference. She going to lose Dalen. That's what's going to happen. Because if you really cared about Dalen, why are you still sleeping with Kelvin? And Kelvin, you slept. Ooh. You ain't got friends no more. Let me tell you something. When you at your best, you ain't got no friends. I hate to say that. I learned that when you were at your best, you ain't got no friends. You got a bunch of people that are associates. I learned that. I get it. For some of y'all be thinking y'all got friends. No, you don't. Because then the main ones, they be trying to stab you in your back. I got family. I don't got friends. I got family. I got girlfriends that are like sisters to me that I've known for years. If family members can do what Noel is doing right now, you ain't. Nowadays, you can't trust nobody, including your own family. You just can't. It is sad, but it is true. And I get the fact that, like I said, Noel don't want Keisha to have nobody, and you can tell. Because my whole thing is, I think Noel, if she'd have met Kelvin before she met Dylan, that's who she'd have went for. But Keisha, I don't know whose apartment this is under. Somebody moving out. And like I said, I can't wait for Brittany to find out. Because Brittany may be a lot of things, but Brittany is going, when she find out, she going to have some, even though her and Dalen may be, she tried to warn Dalen that Noel wasn't right. And like I said, them two going to end up together. Noel and Kelvin going to end up together, but I don't think it's going to last because she is clingy. Is she clingy? She playing both of them. And the sad part about it is I feel bad for Keisha because Keisha don't deserve none of this. None of it. And yet this is what you're doing. You're coming to the door in your lingerie while your roommate is not there. Lord, I hope Keisha got a camera. Like I said, this podcast is done at that point. It is done. This podcast is about to be done. Because this birthday party, some suspicion, because like I said, if this birthday party ain't something that's going to be dope, we will have a very serious problem. And you know that Noel is going to be pissed if Kelvin gives Keisha a nice gift. You know she's going to be pissed. So like I said, this is why I say, welcome to karma. Y'all be thinking karma is a joke. Karma will sit back and see how long you going to continue your nonsense. The longer you do it, the worse the consequences is going to be. One time is one thing. But when you've been doing it for a long period of time, if you think that person ain't going to go through no karma, you have another thing coming because they are. Noel and Kelvin are going to go through the worst consequences. Because nothing good is going to come out of this. It ain't. Nothing good going to come out of it. Because between Carter and Dalen, this ain't going to end well. Because it'll be crazy if Noel ends up leaving Kelvin and going with Carter. That's going to be more crazy. So both of y'all going to get played by a woman. So again, best believe I think Carter going to end up telling Keisha. Or either Dalen. It's going to come out. Because I think it's going to come out. Because either it's going to be a conversation or somebody going to overhear it, but it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. It's just like with Charles and Don acting like what they did was okay. You just now realizing how special your sister is, your ex is. You just now realizing how valuable she is. But yet and still you didn't realize it when you were doing what she did. Y'all didn't even care that y'all hurt that girl. Just like Noel and Kelvin don't care that they hurting Keisha and David. They don't care. They don't care. Y'all keep saying, oh, no, they don't care. They don't care. And y'all keep condoning this nonsense. There is no reason for somebody to do no mess like this. If that's the case, you should just be single. But again, people are not in relationships for the right reasons. They're not. They're in the relationship because they don't want to be alone. And they want to have somebody that no matter what they do, going to take them back no matter what. No matter how many times you play their face, they always going to be there. They want a parent. They don't want a partner. They want a parent. They want a maid. They want somebody that's going to do all the things they don't want to do. And they want somebody who they can control. That's all it is. So all I can say about this is everything about these skits is exactly what I said. No consequences, no repercussions, no karma. And then when they get it, y'all want to say they don't deserve it. No, it's the people that's involved. The situation with Noel and Kelvin ain't nothing but Shayla and Anthony. That's it. Shayla, Anthony, Wayne, and Amber. It's the same thing. But let's see how these consequences gonna end up being. Just like when it came to Natasha, Kendrick, Charles, and Don. Same thing. It's still, like I said, it's the same thing. And there are consequences. And it's gonna be ugly. And like I said, consequences is not going to jail. Consequence for some people, they ain't never gonna go through it. Some people are just going to damage and destroy everybody associated with them. Oh well. And that's the point. So nowadays, when it comes down to who you bring in your life, you need to be very extremely careful on who you bring into your life. You need to be very extremely careful on who you have sex with. And not only that, you need to realize that that person is only with you when they're in front of your face. You are not getting the real version of that person unless they are straight with no chaser. And that means if they did what they did, they're going to tell you to your face and then leave you, and that's it. So like I said, I'm really trying to understand why y'all don't think that all of these situations are the exact same except different types of cheating. It's still cheating. It still ain't right. But guess what? These people don't care. They don't care about hurting Keisha. This is Keisha's birthday, and yet y'all having sex on... Dawn is her sister and slept with her fiance. Now you sleeping with another one of her boyfriends, and then Zoe slept with Shania. What? It's just different. It's still infidelity. There are so many ways to commit adultery and infidelity and cheat. It don't make no sense. But there is no consequences for it. In other words, you don't go to jail for it. You don't go to jail for infidelity. You just break up. That's it. But you don't get back all that time. You can't sue that person to get back everything you put in it. You can't get that time back. You can't get the fact that you could have been doing something else and being more productive. You can't get none of that back. And I don't know why y'all don't understand that. That's what the issue is. You wasted time and energy and gave your body to this person. You paid their bills. You have done so much for this person. Just for them to cheat on you with somebody else. Or whether it's somebody they don't know or somebody they do. It don't matter. It's just as bad. The only difference is when it's somebody you don't know, at least it's somewhat justified because they didn't know. But when it's your best friend, your mama, your dad, it don't matter. They know, and they don't care. They like James Scott Farron, I want what I want, and I want it now. Y'all gonna stop playing with me. Like I said, consequences is consequences. Sins are sins, and they're all the same. And y'all gonna learn that in these country skits.